Edward was excited. He was going to be the back engine for 2 trains. Edward cheerfully buffered up and the strange train set off. They chuffed gently into the station. Look at that, laughed a boy. The back engine must be the strongest and the best. Gordon was embarrassed. Sir Topham Hatt spoke severely to Gordon. You have said rude things about Edward. He proved today that he is useful, reliable, and very helpful. Gordon felt very ashamed. The next morning, Gordon apologized. Thank you for helping me, Edward, puffed Gordon. You really are a useful engine. It's good to be back, Edward chuffed happily. Sir Topham Hatt's plan had worked. There was no more talk about Edward retiring.
It was Christmas time on the island of Sodor, and Sir Topham Hatt's engines were busy. The snow made their journeys difficult. They had to work hard to deliver passengers and goods to their destinations on time. This made the engines feel very reliable. Elizabeth pulled into the fitter's yard with Thomas's snowplow. I don't need that silly old thing, huffed Thomas. Stuff and nonsense, steamed Elizabeth. You can't be a reliable engine if you can't get through the snow. That made Thomas cross. You know I'm reliable. I just don't like my snowplow. Elizabeth is rude, Thomas chuffed. And this snowplow makes my buffers ache. Later, Thomas saw Sir Topham Hatt talking to Elizabeth. The Sodor cake factory is snowed in. Their Christmas cakes must get to the docks before the ship sails for the mainland. Let me do the job. I need you on your line, Thomas. Besides, Elizabeth knows those roads well. She's very reliable. I'm reliable too, huffed Thomas. Apparently not reliable enough, Elizabeth chuffed. Now Thomas was crosser still. The snow was heavy, but Thomas arrived at every station right on time. Elizabeth was struggling to stay on the road. Her wheels did not like the slippery ice at all. When Thomas arrived at the docks to pick up Terence, he was surprised that Elizabeth had not returned. The ship will miss the tide, said the dock manager, and the children won't have their Christmas cakes. Thomas, go and look for Elizabeth at once. Yes, sir, answered Thomas. Perhaps Elizabeth isn't so reliable after all, he whispered. At the cake factory, Elizabeth was piled high with crates of Christmas cakes. Sir Topham Hatt's counting on me. I mustn't be late. She chuffed onto the icy road. Suddenly, she was on a steep hill. Her driver applied the brakes. Elizabeth slid out of control into a deep snowdrift. Poor Elizabeth. Thomas and Terence puffed through the swirling snow. They couldn't see Elizabeth anywhere. Soon they spotted her driver. He was standing by the level crossing. Elizabeth is stuck under the snow, her driver explained. I need help to dig her out. Terence rescued her in no time. We will have to hurry, said Thomas. It wasn't your fault, Elizabeth. It's the slippery roads. Elizabeth felt much better. Thomas chuffed and puffed as fast as he could. They reached the docks just in time. Sir Topham Hatt was delighted to see the bakery crates and that Elizabeth was safe and well. "We'll get you unloaded immediately." "Now the children will have their Christmas cakes," said Thomas. "Well done," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Oh, thank you, Thomas," said Elizabeth. "You and I are both reliable." Thomas agreed.
As the day dawns fine and the sunbeams shine, it's the start of another day. As the clouds pass by, cross the deep blue sky, life is fun, hip hip hooray. As the evening falls and the barn owl calls, it's the end of another day. In the dark of night, as the moon shines bright, life is fun, hip hip hooray. Even through the midnight hour, the engines never rest. There's milk to take and mail as well. They'll always do their best. As the day dawns fine and the sunbeams shine, it's the start of another day. As the clouds pass by, cross the deep blue sky, life is fun, hip hip hooray. As the evening falls and the barn owl calls, it's the end of another day. In the dark of night, as the moon shines bright, life is fun, hip hip hooray. Even through the midnight hour, the engines never rest. There's milk to take and mail as well. They'll always do their best. As the day dawns fine and the sunbeams shine, it's the start of another day. As the clouds pass by, cross the deep blue sky, life is fun, hip hip hooray. As the evening falls and the barn owl calls, it's the end of another day. In the dark of night, as the moon shines bright, life is fun, hip hip hooray. As the day dawns fine and the sunbeams shine, it's the start of another day. As the clouds pass by, cross the deep blue sky, life is fun, hip hip hooray. As the evening falls and the barn owl calls, it's the end of another day. In the dark of night, as the moon shines bright, life is fun, hip hip hooray.
Missing cars. It was a busy time for the little engines on the island of Sodor. Rheneas had delivered cars of chicken feed. And now he was enjoying the beautiful view as he puffed back to the transfer yards. The narrow gauge controller was waiting for Rheneas. He had one more job for him. "I want you to take these cars of slate to Thomas at the wharf," said the narrow gauge controller. "Yes, sir," wheezed Rheneas. So Rheneas coupled up to the cars and steamed slowly away. Further up the line, Skarloey was taking on more water. Rheneas was happy to see his friend. "Hello," he chuffed cheerfully. But Skarloey wasn't cheerful. "I'm tired," groaned Skarloey.
I've been working hard all day, and I still have to pick up stone from the quarry. Then I have to collect coal cars from the transfer yards and deliver them to the wharf. Skarloey's water was full, and he puffed sadly away. Rheneas wanted to help his friend. Then an idea flew into his funnel. I'm going to the wharf, he thought. I could deliver Skarloey's coal cars for him. It will be a nice surprise, he puffed, and he raced quickly back to the yards. Rheneas steamed back into the transfer yards. Why are you so excited? Whistled Peter Sam. Can't tell you, cried Rheneas. He didn't want anyone to spoil the surprise for Skarloey. He coupled up to Skarloey's coal cars. Biff, bang, clanked the freight cars. Then Rheneas set off. Soon Rheneas was chuffing up a steep hill. Pump my pistons, he gasped. I can't pull my cars and Skarloey's cars. They're too heavy. So Rheneas chuffed back down the hill. He puffed into a siding. And Skarloey's coal cars were uncoupled. I'll deliver my own cars first, huffed Rheneas. Then I'll come back for Skarloey's. Now it was easy for Rheneas to steam up the steep hill.